Oh, is it? And then I get so much praise, right? But I knew the mistakes I'd done. And I thought, that's not right. It's just not right. The only one who would give me, well, there's two, constructive criticism was my mother. She would say, well, see the proportion there, Joseph. It doesn't look, if you put a horse in a cart with a man riding it, it's going down the street. But it doesn't look the right size for the picture. It's beautiful, everything's spot on. That's all I'm saying, son. And I'd say, oh, thanks so much, Mother. I appreciate that. I will never be offended. I was doing a portrait for someone once. A young man who died. And I thought it was a gift. I would do his portrait. Put the date on and everything. It was a sad state of affairs what happened. And I wanted to get it like photographic. And it was a canvas. It was quite large. And the person who I was sort of doing it for, the criticism I got over them when I knew these little things took away, because it went on and on and on. It wasn't just constructive criticism. It was taking away my artistic license to put that expression on that person's face, because that's my prerogative. So there's a fine balance, you know. The Christian faith, right? You have to view this faith in the Christian context, not the Jewish. Because their faith, which I'll explain in a minute, I've got a number of scriptures here that I'll read. Ancient texts that have such depth of meaning. Faith in the Christian context is a profound trust and confidence in God and His promises, as revealed in these scriptures that I'm going to read here. It's both, this faith is both a gift from God. Yes, it's a gift from God. It's hot. I'm getting hot straight out. So it's a gift from God and a response for His, or a response to His revelation. If He reveals something, what kind of faith are we on about? For the Christians, that's what we are. See, I'm not belong to any denomination. I'm not. I may come from a Jewish background, but I'm not Jewish. I'm not circumcised. I'm not a Jew. So if anyone tries to label me as a Jew, I am not circumcised. You will find out, sweetheart. Of course you already have, haven't you? You know everything. Well, you see, we've got to keep in business. But it's true. We had an incredible time together. Private between you and me. You see, faith is not merely intellectual, you could say assent. It's not just that. The heart and the mind is involved in this. And of course committing to our Father in truth. Those who worship me in spirit and truth. No one has seen the Father except the Son. Father is spirit, not flesh. When Jesus said that, what was he? Was he God? God is spirit. Jesus was in the flesh, talking about his Father who is spirit. Glory to his Father is what he brings. Now then, let's think about this character, this guy, Jesus, yeah? Think about him. In comparison to Donald Trump. So here we have two. One is Mashiach. The other claims to be Mashiach, Donald Trump. At the whipping of Jesus, who was released? There was a choice too, once again, Jesus, Barabbas. What he was called, Jesus? He was Jesus of Nazareth. Choose Trump or Jesus of Nazareth. Nazareth. Now, to you Christians, you know what blind faith is doing? Blind faith is, I'll trust that guy to get us through this no matter what. I won't notice anything that he does, anything illegal, immoral. I just believe in this fella getting us to our destination. So they have faith in him. Donald Trump. They put faith, blind faith. I'm not going to go into details as to why it is blind faith, but they're putting trust in a Mashiach that never keeps his promises, that cannot be trusted. Everything that comes out of his mouth contradicts itself. One minute he's going to drain the swamp. Never happens. He's going to end the war. Never happens. Instead, the man you trust, this Mashiach, is leading you to destruction. Whereas those who trust in Jesus, they know that everything he did or said or prophesied, there's no lies. It comes true. So there's a difference between faith. I could put faith in anything. I could get a brand new car and I can say to myself, I've got a massive long journey. Do I put faith in that to get me there? In comparison to an old jalopy that's been standing for years and years and someone's getting it started. Have I got faith that I can get from here right down to London and back? Compared to a brand new electric car, an old jalopy. What do you think? So the faith must be founded on trust and a track record that you can look at and say, I trust that Mashiach, because he does not tell lies. He'll bring about whatever he says with the mighty hand of his Father. I'd like to just read you something there. I thought this was interesting. Now the Bible presents faith as essential to the believers. It's essential. Not a blind faith. Not because a religious teacher has said this, that, and you think that you believe because of this. You believe because you've read it in the ancient text for yourself and come to the conclusion, this is the way. Yeshua has shown us all the way to the Father and the kingdom of love. So the Bible presents faith as essential for believers' lives. In Hebrews 11, this is no Hebrews 1 or is it Hebrews? Let's have a look. Hebrews 11 verse 1. This is about faith. Faith. The assurance. Assurance. Not insurance. Assurance. Different. Insurance. You know your sight, sweetheart. It ties in with that really, because you had to deal with